Welcome to the very first episode of the Snapprentice. This is my first YouTube video. I would appreciate your likes, comments and subscribes. But before we get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about what we're about to see. So the Snapprentice was made in the style of the TV show Apprentice. We've got 14 top creators split into two teams, and each week we'll be given a weekly task to complete, and winning team captain will get immunity. Losing team captain chooses someone from their team to visit the boardroom for a boardroom battle to find out who is fired. The tasks will be set each week on the show, and we'll see how things progress. So, into the content. Roll opening credits. So tonight, what we're going to do, so this is our kickoff session. So the first thing we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to go through our candidates. So those of you may have seen them on on Twitter with some of the announcements that we got into before the show started. Some of you may not have. Some of you may be here for the first time wondering what the hell we've been hyping up for the last month and a half. So I'm going to give you a bit of an intro into what the Snapprentice is, and then we're going to talk through our candidates first of all. So, without further ado, I'm hoping the tech doesn't let me down. So, what is the Snapprentice? So, you'll find out we've got 14 amazing Snap creators that are joining us. So, a lot of them are here today. They're in chat today as well. We've been throwing out the comments already. I love it. And from those 14 creators, we're going to basically create two different teams. And for those of you that may have watched The Apprentice, either the UK or the American versions, the way it kind of works is loosely going to be based on that show. So we'll have two teams of 7 creators to start with, and we will randomly choose a team captain each week. Okay, from those team captains and those two teams of 7 initially, we'll be giving you guys a weekly challenge. So I'll be setting the first weekly team challenge on tonight's show at the end of the show. Okay, we set that challenge. I'll set you a deadline to hit the challenge or complete the challenge by. And the challenges could be both in or out of game. So they could be a challenge where you've got to do something in a game or in a match. It could be other stuff that's outside of games. So it could be due to, to test your creative skills, to test your actual community skills and how you work on social media, etc. There's loads of things that we can do, and I've got quite a few lined up, some real fun ones, and some challenges as well that I hope that the rest of the community, those that aren't even creators, those that are our regular viewers, can enjoy as well and get involved with. So that's kind of where we hope that part of it goes. Okay, so that's your first part. But there are winners and losers. So the losing team captain in a week. So we will announce in the following week's show who's won and lost. And the losing team captain has to pick a member from their losing team to visit the boardroom on the Friday. Okay, which will be another show. Those two will have a boardroom battle match to take place over that weekend. So it may take place live on the show, it may take place over the weekend, and we're doing that just to give those of you that are obviously in different time zones to myself, may not be able to work the battle to that particular time, but either way it will happen over the weekend. So we'll either have a show on the Friday where everything's on, and if I can live cast it, I'm hoping I'll be able to live cast some of it on a delay so it's fair. Then we'll do that. If not, we'll record it, or I get it recorded and I'll put out on a maybe a Sunday show and show you guys actually what happened, so we'll be able to see. And obviously the loser of that match gets fired. We continue that each week until we're down to a final four, and the final four will have a mini tournament between them to decide the Snapprentice winner. More details on that to follow later in the season. So that's our rough format. That's what we're going to be doing here. I think we should start going through some of our candidates, shouldn't we? What do we think? Cool. So I am going to start going through our candidates. So some of you I know are in chat now and some of you aren't, but just to give everyone a bit of an idea of who's available and who's going to be in the teams. Okay, so first up is Mr. Super Tech God. So Ken was one of the first names I messaged. I've followed Ken for a long time. Ken's been around for a long time and one of the big Snap creators in the community. So I got all of our candidates to fill in a bit of a CV, and in Ken's words, so Ken's biggest Snap highlight, he was the host alongside Kawa and Loot for the first ever in real life Creator Snap tournament, and that was back in 2023 in February, so just over a year ago now. Brilliant. Ken's in-game archetype that he feels he's strongest at is discard. His snap strengths he considers knowing when to snap. And why does Ken think he should be the apprentice? Because he's got the patience and the knowledge needed to help take his team and himself to victory. Pretty tough competitor, I think. Our next candidate, the lovely Felicity. So Felicity, again, another big Snap creator. Felicity, probably most well known for the Snap pilot that she's put down on here. So she hosted SnapCon, the first big kind of Comic Con event, but for Snap as well, out in the States. So Felicity pulled all of that together and is a real highlight for her. Felicity says her in-game archetype, strongest at playing, is ramp discard. You got a couple of other discard fans here, Parry. So, what would she consider to be her Marvel Snap strengths? Making Marvel Snap puns? And why does she think she should be the apprentice? Because she's good at having fun. Pretty good. Who's up next? Our next candidate, the Pirate King himself, is Tucker. Tucker's a fellow member of our Pursuit Gaming team. And Tucker's biggest snap has probably been the clips he's been putting out. So Tucker, again, was one of the first guys I started to follow myself when I started getting into Marvel Snap way before I started streaming and was watching some of those. So yeah, Tucker's been around for a little while and been going from strength to strength. His clips have been epic, so check him out if you haven't already. Tucker's strongest archetype, he says, is Destroy. His strengths would be leadership and communication. And why does he want to be the Snapprentice? Because he knows he has what it takes to be the Snapprentice. And that's Tucker. Our fourth candidate, the lovely Amanda. Amanda, I know you're in chat, so welcome in. Thank you. So I was very keen when we started pulling this together to try and showcase some of our ladies of Snap. You know, people that I didn't want to do what has been done in other Snap events and not consider those. And some of you guys have been absolutely brilliant, and the ladies have been just brilliant too. So absolutely was one of the first names on the list when I was trying to write a bit of a short list. So we went through and speaking to Amanda, some of her highlights. So her highlights been co-hosting and being the co-creator of Bling Battles, which was a fan-led way to show off variants and splits each month. So absolutely brilliant little series. I've been following for a long time. Check it out if you haven't already. I don't know how you wouldn't have seen it. It's brilliant. In terms of Amanda's strongest archetype, she says destroy or negative. So we've got a negative player, fellow negative fan myself. What would she consider to be her snap strengths? So reading her opponent and knowing when to snap and apply pressure. And why should she be the apprentice? She thinks she's got a positive outlook, really brings people together for a purpose. That's either Bling Battles, SnapCon after parties, and it's always a party when I'm around. So, our next candidate is Mr. Sammy. So Sammy, some of you may not know Sammy as well. Sammy is in Pursuit Gaming, but hasn't really been on Twitter until very recently, but is now, so please go and give Sammy a follow. Sammy has been the guy that probably got me into Pursuit Gaming and has been a massive rock to the whole team. So he is a member of our podcast team and pulling together the podcast. And Sammy says his highlight was finishing or getting to the semi-finals of our recent JBGG tournament alongside myself and Lewis. So that was great. In terms of his in-game archetype, Sarah Control, he says, is probably his strongest archetype in terms of success. His snap strengths, patience and thinking outside the box. And why he thinks he should be the apprentice, he feels like he's going to be the underdog in the competition, but he's been able to bring out some good results whilst being in that position in the past. So he's going to try his best and hope that's enough. Personally, I think Sammy's a bit of a dark horse in this competition. One to watch. Our next candidate, Mr. Parry, man, hello. How are you doing, Parry? Right, Parry was one of the last people to send me his CV, which is why it's all out of order. Parry's biggest snap highlight. He's got a lot of things he's proud of, but he has to say creating Marvel Snap Bingo and seeing how many people really enjoy it makes him smile every time. It is fantastic, to be fair. It's great. So, what in-game archetype is Parry strongest at playing? Well, I don't think this is a surprise to anyone, but discard. Parry's the discard king. Absolutely, slicing and dicing is Parry's jam. So, what would he consider to be his snap strengths? He's very good at surprising opponents and making sure he gets as many cubes as he can. He doesn't mind taking some risks when it deems it worth it. And at the end of the day, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, at least it's funny. And why does Parry think he should be the Snapprentice? Parry thinks he'd be Snapprentice because it's been his mentality since he started creating content for the game. The games are meant to be fun, and offering up new and creative ways to play the game is super fun too. That's what he's tried to do with his content, and that's what he tends to do by dominating the apprentice. Thank you, Parry. Right, back to my list. 2 secs. I had to skip off the list for a second, so it threw me. Right, our next person, another Pursuit Gaming member. You'll recognise there's quite a few in this. Prashon himself. So Prashon, biggest achievement, reaching 3K on YouTube. So actually 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's brilliant. Amazing. Strongest archetype from Prashon though, he put all. Got an all-rounder. Snap strength, ability to tell what the opponent's playing. And he should be on the apprentice, be on the Snapprentice, because he likes to win. Trash talk is underrated. Absolutely. So, our next candidate is Lauren. Welcome, Lauren. Again, someone I followed religiously, mainly because I love stats and numbers. That's just me. That's part of my day job, but I can't do them. I like listening to them and reading them. So again, wanted to get a bit of a range of people in this, not just your big name streamers and stuff, but people that really do give a lot back to the community already in different ways. So we got Lauren involved. Lauren's biggest Marvel Snap highlight: the ultimate guide to spotlight caches. How to spend your hard collected keys. Absolutely critical for this game. If you don't read it already, get over to Marvel Snap Zone, shameless plug, and read that guide. Okay? Lauren's strongest archetype at playing is Lockdown. What she'd consider a Snap strengths to be: catching opponents by surprise by playing off the meta. Valkyrie, anyone? And why did she think she'd be on the Snapprentice? Because her favourite cards are your secret favourites too, and she's got the numbers to back it up. That's Lauren. Our next candidate, Zal. Up and coming streamer Zal. Up and coming YouTube star. Absolute genius with some of his recent content that's been coming out. Has been brilliant. Working quite closely with Tucker as well. He's just got himself into the content creator program. A big well done to Zal as well. So welcome aboard, buddy. So Zal, quite a few highlights here, mate. Absolutely, we like these, so we'll go through them. So highlights: finishing top 1,000. Such a grind, and he's glad he was able to face so many top level players. In terms of his strongest archetype, Sarah Control. We've got another Sarah Control fan. He's been using the list since Revis made it. He's probably got 1,000 games plus with it, and the turn 6 miracle plays you can pull off with that deck is insane and totally his strongest. In terms of his strengths, very good at knowing when to snap and knowing when to leave. It's one of the most important aspects of Marvel Snap, and it's what separates a good player from a great one. And in terms of why should he be the Snapprentice? When it comes to Marvel Snap, it's all about business. It's about having drive and the unwillingness to give up. I check off all those boxes and more, and know with my best efforts I can do anything, including becoming the next Snapprentice. We like it, man. We like it. Our next candidate, Mr. Bradsifer. So Brad, what's been your biggest Marvel Snap highlight? Forefront in 2 top 10 Marvel Snap podcasts. If you've not heard Brad, well, how have you not heard of Brad? He's been around for a while and is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Another mainstay of Pursuit Gaming. Brilliant guy. Very creative. Love all of his content. Which in-game archetype is he strongest at playing? Lockdown and Nihilus. You know that deck that really annoys you? Annoys, and you're always playing against it? Yeah, that's this guy. Right here. Play him at your peril. That's all I'll say. What do you consider to be your Snap strengths, Brad? So Brad says deck building and having a deeper understanding of card games than most other players. And why should he be the Snapprentice? He's put Snapprentice? I should be the Snap Master. The smack talk's coming out now. Who's next up? Our next person is Docty Snap. Docty, again, probably I think one of our more recent, would you say more recent, Lewis, members of Pursuit? Docty's been around a little while, but Docty, yeah, has got some highlights for sure. So, beating some of the best known players to place top 8 in Fiona Shade Stories RSC tournament. It's a pretty good highlight, I'll take that. Which in-game archetype is Docty strongest at playing? Ongoing Tribunal. Man after my own heart. What would he consider to be Snap strengths? Knowing when his opponent is about to play a goblin and filling my side of the board whilst laughing. And why does he think he should be the Snapprentice? I aspire to world domination. Love it. We got a few more. Next up, Mr. O-Behaved. Obi is brilliant, and it took a while to get Obi on board, mainly because of me and not being able to find him initially on Twitter for some strange reason, but I found him. And Obi is brilliant, and in terms of Marvel Snap highlight for Obi, earning the title Letterman of Snap. Best in-game archetype, Bounce or Discard are his current best two. Snap strengths, finding play lines. And why should Obi be the Snapprentice? As a Snap journalist, I'm coming into this contest with the most knowledge due to my crack staff of researchers. As such, I'm going to be best suited for the boardroom. We've got a couple more to go. Father Newman. Father Newman. Another brilliant creator. Some really, really funny stuff on his streams, on his videos on YouTube as well. Check it out if you don't already, but Newman is awesome. Newman taught me Lockjaw Thor as well, for those that didn't know. So what's been Newman's biggest Marvel Snap highlight? After almost 6 months, I finally won an Infinity Border. It was the Thor avatar that was created in my likeness. He sent me a picture of it. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't. No, it won't show. So, the Thor avatar. Hey Sean, how you doing, mate? So, which in-game archetype is Newman strongest at playing? Sandman. It is consistent, often hard to counter, and can ruin various decks. What do you consider to be Snap strengths? One of my greatest strengths is I am generally a graceful loser. I attempt to view losses as opportunities to grow instead of a reason to tilt. I'm persistent and will continue to grind until I accomplish any goal I set, even if it takes longer than others, i.e. learning new archetypes, hitting infinite, or creating a Thanos Surfer deck that may or may not make sense. Why does he think he should be the Snapprentice? Being or becoming the first Snapprentice would be a great honour. I believe it's an honour that one can not just earn, but that you must be born to be. Mjolnir was forged in the heart of a star, and the Snapprentice will be forged in the heart of combat. As my name indicates, I believe I am the most worthy candidate to wield the title of the Snapprentice. And we have one final candidate to announce. And that candidate stepped in at the last minute. So for those of you that may or may not know, so we originally had a candidate in Super Duper Ben that had to step away from the show, unfortunately, due to some personal reasons, which was kind of about a week or so ago, week and a half ago. And luckily, I had a couple of subs in mind, and the first person I messaged was this man. Mr. Lufku. Lufku 9. Do I say the 9? I don't know if I say the 9. Do I just say Lufku? I don't know. It's Lufku. Yep, Lufku. Lufku stepped in to save the day and become our 14th candidate at the last minute. Lufku's biggest Snap highlight, being able to play against a lot of amazing creators in his draft battles. Lufku's strongest in-game archetype. It's changed over time, but I've been a strong Cerebro player, Destroy, Tribunal, Annie Galactus. I'm good at playing those decks. What do you consider his Snap strengths? Been playing the game every day since global release, so he's an experienced player. I'm also a smart but risky snapper. I'm not afraid to lose a few cubes when I see a chance for victory, but I also know when to retreat. And why does he think he should be the Snapprentice? I know it's going to be hard, but I have what it takes to win. I'll even enter the Gear 5 or Ultra Instinct if I have to. That must be down with the kids or something. I don't understand what that is, but I think it's something anime related. Yeah? Yeah? Dragon Ball? I don't know. Not my thing, but you do you, buddy. Pun to your name. Okay, gotcha. Those are our candidates, peeps. What a list. What a list of people. So I am beyond honoured that you guys said yes to these and wanted to be part of this for our first season. I'm hoping this is potential multiple season thing. If it goes well and people enjoy it, then we'll see. But I'm guessing the reason that a lot of you are here is to find out what teams you will be in. Would I be right? The way we're going to do this, for those of you that have been on my stream previously, usually around the start of a season or just before, you'll know I love this little thing that comes along called the Gamba Wheel. The Gamba Wheel will decide, okay? The Gamba Wheel will decide. That said, before we go into the Gamba Wheel, I want to give an opportunity for 2 of our viewers right now to win a variant. So those of you that are in the content program, you know that Second Dinner lovingly gave us all some variant codes to give out. So I gave out my the premium variant to a guy called Jay. Jay is usually here for every single stream. Those of you that are regulars again in chat for us will know that Jay is in my stream every single time. It's his birthday today, so he couldn't be here, or was unlikely to be able to make it. J Mac was brilliant and is an amazing support for me. So without even a moment's thought, Jay had the premium mystery variant. I've given that away. That's just, I wanted to do something nice to give back, so I did that straight off the bat. But we still have the 2 standard variants to give away, okay? And we're going to do that not with the wheel, but we are going to do that by asking you guys a couple of questions, and you will have a minute or so, not even that, 30 seconds to throw your answer in chat. If you throw your answer in chat, the closest person to winning that, or closest person to the right answer first, the closest person to it will win. If someone gets it bang on, they win straight off the bat. Okay, and that's the first person that throws the answer. That's going to be the plan. So, for the first variant, about middle of last year, multiple guesses or just one? One guess in chat. You can't just keep throwing numbers in there. You only get one guess. Okay? Per person. Make it count. One guess per variant competition. So, the first question. Middle of last year, I managed to, in a game, and throw a clip up on Twitter, turn a rock to how many points of power? So last year I managed to get how much power onto a rock? Barry's like 2048. No, not quite. Any more guesses from anyone? We have one person. There are 2 people within 2 of the right answer. I'm going to call it here. So, our winner is Mythic Music. It was 98. Too late, Sean. Sorry, buddy. It was 98. So, we went with Mythic because Mythic was below. Amanda, you were also 2 away, but you were 2 over. We got a 98 power rock. Mythic, I will pop you a message on Twitter, mate, and I will sort you out that code. All right, so congratulations, you are our first winner. So for our second variant, new question. Okay, new question, here we go. In another clip that I posted to my Twitter, I managed to hit someone with one hell of a Pixel Galactus. How many points of power did my Pixel Galactus have? We got some quite close numbers from a lot of people. Any late stragglers? Sorry, Jake, we missed out on a competition, mate. Unfortunately, you're a few minutes too late. Right, so our winner of the variant, closest to the number without going over, was Amanda. So it was actually 133 points. 133 point Pixel Galactus. Amanda said 130. Congratulations, Amanda. You win our other variant code. I will send that your way. Alright, congratulations Mythic, congratulations Amanda. I will get those over to you soon. Should we draw some teams? Let's draw some teams. So the wheel, the way we're going to do the wheel, okay, as you can probably tell, we spin the wheel. Every one of our creators is on the wheel at the moment. We have 14 people on the wheel. We are going to pick 7. The first 7 that come out will be on Team A. The remaining 7 on the wheel are Team B. From there, We are then going to draw our team captain for Team B from the remaining people that are on the wheel. We then put Team A back on the wheel and we draw the team captain for Team A. That is week 1's team captain. As I mentioned at the start, so in the Snapprentice, you have a team captain each week. The team captain can be there to rally the troops in the group chats that we'll set up later today or tomorrow, over the weekend. We'll set up group chats with that task, and the team captain is there to rally the troops. The losing team captain will be in the first boardroom battle and against a member of their losing team that they can choose. The winning team captain, however, gets immunity the following week. So you want to be a captain and win. Immunity the next week sounds pretty good. You cannot be chosen as captain 2 weeks in a row. So if you are chosen on the wheel, you're not on the wheel the next week when we choose it again the following week. All right? You can't be captain twice in a row. And then we continue week on week with new challenges and see where we go and who gets fired. Let's get spinning. The first creator in Team A is going to be... It's Tucker. Tucker is our first Team A candidate. He's the Pirate King. He's not the team captain. We haven't drawn them yet. This is just to draw the teams. Second person in Team A. Looks like it's Felicity. Big names. Third person in Team A. It's coming round. Looks like it might be Sammy. Sammy. Sammy's on Team A. The fourth candidate onto Team A. That looks like Lovku. Our fifth candidate in Team A. Is it Zal? Is it going to get round to Lauren? It's still ticking along. It's Zal. Zal and Tucker together. We got 2 more for Team A. Who's going to be our sixth joiner of the team? I think that's Obi. And our final team member in Team A is coming round. I think that's going to get round to Sean. It does. There we go, peeps. We have our teams. Team A is Tucker, Felicity, Sammy, Lufku, Zal, Obi, and Prashorn. What a team. But what a team that are left. So Team B, Super Tech God, Bradsifer, Newman, Parry, Amanda, Lauren, and Docty. Those are some punchy teams for sure. Okay? Punchy teams. Everyone knows what Team Parry is on wins. Under this Prashorn, strong name. It's a good name. It's a good name, Sean. Follow him if you don't already. So, we need to pick a couple of captains. Before we do, though, I'm going to take a very quick ad break. Alright? So I'll be back in 3, and we will pick our captains, and then you guys will have your first challenge. So, who is our Team B captain going to be? I've got to write these names down, so I forgot. Hey, Docty. Docty, you're Team B. Welcome in. You've missed most of the show, buddy. Sorry. I will catch you up, man. Don't worry. I'll tell everyone I saw the whole thing. Well, you missed out. You could have had a chance at winning a variant. But you missed that. Sorry, bud. Anyway, we have picked our 2 teams. So just as a reminder to everyone before the break, our Team A is Tucker, Felicity, Sammy, Lufku, Zal, Obi, and Prashorn. Our Team B, you'll see them on the wheel still. Super Tech Guard, Bradsifer, Father Newman, Parry Manilow, Amanda Party, Lauren, and Docty. Team A sounds weak, I ain't worried. Never heard of those people. Right, here we go, the smack talks here. Right, so we spin this wheel one more time, okay? And the wheel gives us Team B's captain for week 1. We ready? Let's go. So week 1 captain for Team B is going to be... Is it Brad? Is it Newman? It's Mr. Newman. Father Newman. Captain of Team B for week 1. Right, you guys are going to have to give me a second to quickly write the names out again of Team B, Team A, because I haven't actually done them properly. I didn't copy paste. There we go. That was done. Almost as if by magic, as if I just copy pasted it like I was supposed to. Father Newman is the first person. He might get fired. You don't know. If the team loses, he can choose someone else, and then he can pick whoever he wants to face off in the battle if he loses. But he might win. Father, week 1. Who's Team A's captain? Will it get round? Will it get round? It will. Wow. Sammy is Team A's captain in week 1. Oh, it's gonna be some fun. We're gonna have some fun this week. Congratulations, peeps. I hope you enjoyed. I think is that it? Do you need a challenge? Do we need a challenge for week 1? Do we want to know what we're doing in week 1? Yeah? You want to know what the challenge is? Okay. Challenge coming up right now. What do we think? Big null. So your first week's challenge is a destroy challenge. Okay. I want to see your big nulls. Big nulls. I don't care how you do it. If you want to battle each other, destroy versus destroy, and work together as a team to do it in a friendly battle, you do that. If you want to do it on ladder, or you want to do it on stream against other people and see what happens, you do that. But each of you get 1 screenshot. Each of you. So each of your 7 can post a screenshot into your team chat. You get 1 screenshot, bear in mind. Okay? We will pick the biggest null from each team. I'm not telling either team what the other's biggest one is until next week's show. And we're going to choose our winner. Okay, so to throw it up again, week 1, how big is your null? Time to destroy all that you've built. As a team, create the biggest null possible. You may enter as many screenshots, ignore the 1 per person. Do as many as you want before the deadline. And we just take the biggest, yeah? Done. The wording is correct. I'm not. I'm wrong. So yes, go with what's on the screen. Smooth, eh? I will be making a team chat for all of you guys. Yep. I will do. That will probably happen tomorrow morning. You will also be making a team name. Yeah, it won't be Team A and Team B next week. We will have team names as well. Okay? I've never seen a smoother episode of Snapprentice. I would hope not. I would hope not. Thank you for bearing with me with some of the technical difficulties. I've been messing about on OBS all week and Canva and making slideshows, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Okay? Can we be not Team B to confuse Team A? No. Be very careful around your team name. That's all I'll say. Very careful. And remember, you can't spell devilish without evil. So if you think this challenge is easy, I'm just getting started. I appreciate you all, alright? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the Snapprentice.